Yes, was us talking. That's that loud. How old are you? Down a little bit.
But here's where it gets kind of weird. Sarah has around 140,000 followers. So, she's doing pretty well. So Sarah hits her up and asks her to look up the case about her parents and maybe talk about it on her channel because she claims she wants to raise awareness and find the murderer. So she sends her a message and says,
Can you imagine, like, you growing up to find out your fucking parents was, like, murdered?
But your sister is the one who did it.
That's crazy.
Or set it up or whatever.
Your sister was involved, period.
Yeah, your big sister who's supposed to protect you.
That is crazy.
Because she want fame.
One thing, if you getting away with it that long, why you still feeding that? Like,
yeah, if you get,
because she want fame.
Why you still,
the vanity.
I got away with it. That's good enough for me. I don't need no fucking fame, shit. I just got away.
But what your parents? But what your parents do to you though? That made you want to.
Kristen and James Brock, they're my parents. And out of nowhere, a random Thursday night in February, someone came to my house with me and my 5-year-old sister and left my parents for me and my 5-year-old sister to wake up to. Then, I guess, allegedly reportedly doesn't respond fast enough. Like maybe she didn't see the message. So the next day, Sarah messages her again and pushes for her to cover the story and offering her intel on the crime. She says, I think it would be a really big hit. The only person who posted about it made it as the first image you see when you Google their names. Girl, what? Okay, victims of crimes write me all the time asking me to cover their story or whatever, and never once has anyone said, you should cover this, this is gonna be a big hit, or you should cover this, this will get you to the front page of Google. In my personal experience, victims in an unsolved case like this, they just don't think that way. They usually want justice, not views. Anyways, as the news gets out and more people become aware of Sarah's story, she starts posting more selfie videos on TikTok trying to be cute. And over 4 months have gone by since the murder. And Sarah is 17 years old at this point. And police, they're still investigating, but they haven't announced any suspects. So no one has any clue who did this or where this case is headed. Until police suddenly do something that shocks everyone. They notify Sarah's biological dad that they have a warrant for her arrest. So then Sarah goes and she turns herself in. Here's her mugshot.
The teen daughter is now.
Yo, what the fuck, dog? Did they just say she turned herself in?
Because her world dad probably told her to.
Y'all gotta come look for me.
They have a warrant for her arrest. So then Sarah goes and she turns herself in. Here's her mugshot.
The teen daughter is now in custody, charged with 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of aggravated assault. She is here at the county jail being held without bond.
Now, we don't know what evidence police have, but they claim that they have a mountain of it against Sarah.
From the very moment the 911 call was received, a relentless investigation began, one that would span months, consume thousands of man-hours, and require the full weight of the local and federal law enforcement agency partnerships.
Meanwhile, the woman who runs the allegedly reportedly account, the true crime account that Sarah hit up, she makes a video and she seems all upset at Sarah for trying to drag her into all this.
Why would you ask me to cover a case where you are going to get arrested for taking your parents' lives? Y'all, this is Sarah Grace, and she messaged me back on June 3rd and just said, search up Brock case. So I said, Brock Turner? Brock who? She said, Kristen and James Brock. They're my parents. And out of nowhere, a random Thursday night in February, someone came in my house with me and my 5-year-old sister and left them for me and my little sister to wake up to. And I said, not knowing she was going to wind up arrested for this, I am so sorry. I cannot imagine. I will absolutely research and cover their case. Please take care of you always. On Tuesday afternoon, Carroll County Sheriff's Office announced that they have arrested 17-year-old Sarah Grace Patrick. The girl that asked me to cover the case has been arrested.
Yeah, I'd be mad too. Like, don't drag me into your bullshit. Now, I don't know if Sarah really did unalive her parents. She hasn't been to trial yet, but she did turn herself in. However, she hasn't admitted guilt or anything like that. So this is all alleged. That being said, police say they are very confident that she is guilty, even though they don't even have a murder weapon as far as we know. They never found whatever gun was used. So we don't know what evidence they have. While Sarah apparently told police that she was asleep the whole time during the murder and that she didn't hear any gunshots, but that she did hear her stepdad's LVAD machine going off. And it's weird that she would hear the LVAD machine, but not the gunshots. Anyway, as of right now, Sarah is in jail waiting on her trial. And if she did do it, I would have to imagine that she got help. Like, her parents didn't even own a gun, so she would have had to have secretly gotten one, used it, and then hid it to where the police couldn't find it. And so in my personal opinion, there is no way she could have done that on her own. But that's just my opinion.
It's just his opinion.
That's just his opinion. You think, like, because in my opinion, I feel like that's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
So she could be back home with her parents, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't nobody even know what happened. She was with her real dad after they got killed. But I wonder where the little girl was at, because the little sister, that was the little sister real dad that she killed.
Well, recently, Gabrielle Union
Why she
did an interview, and Boosie's name came up. Right. Now, Boosie has made some comments about her stepdaughter, stepson, however you want to frame it, Zaya, who's transgender. And when Boosie's name came up, Gabrielle pretty much, called him gay. She said he doth protest too much, and he's got a lot of dick on his mind.
Yo,
I know Boosie very well. I've known him for about 20 years at this point, right? I can tell you I've never got any sort of gay vibe from
that
him
shit women do.
all.
Listen, women always.
You're gay.
Yeah, you're gay.
You got a little dick.
You got a little dick. You can't fuck. That's that, nah. That's that shit I was talking about. When women get upset, they don't deal in logic, sense, or rationale. They deal in anger and emotion. Now, it's not my place to tell anybody how to raise a child or whatever decisions they make. That's their business within their home. Do I think there was some validity to what Boosie was saying? Me personally? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if Gabrielle Union takes out the emotion and the anger, whether she wants to have that conversation or not, or whether she wants to give any serious thought or consideration to his points that some people may deem as valid, that would be the mature thing to do. That would be the sensible thing to do. And this is why I'm going again.
Mm-hmm.
When women get upset, it's no sense, no logic, or no rationale. It's anger and emotion.
Well, Boosie actually responded. He said, the whole world know I love women, and the world know your husband loves dick. I hope you don't think black folks look at y'all like a power couple. They don't. I'd refuse to talk about y'all in interviews, and here you go. Go bang him with that dildo and wait on a script, you little white girl.
Well, I didn't know that second part existed.
Well, there's more. He also said, Women, you better leave me alone. How dare you challenge a ghetto hero's manhood? You wrong. I don't have the time for this. I'm trying to have peace in my life and stay alive.
One of my favorite movies, As Good as It Gets, with Jack Nicholson. It's a scene in there that I absolutely love. I think it's one of the greatest scenes in cinematic history. He goes to his editor's office because he's an author.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's leaving the office, they show this blonde, kind of bimbo-ish secretary just looking at him with these googly eyes. So at one point, as he's waiting on the elevator, she goes, "Oh my God, can I please ask you a question?" He rolls his eyes and goes, like, "Here we go." And she goes, "Just please, one question. It's not going to hurt." I think it's wonderful. And she says to him, how you're able to go and get inside of a woman and know what's going on in here. She points at her mind and her heart. And then he rolls his eyes again. Oh, Jesus. So she goes, "Please, let me just ask you this one question. How do you write for women so well?" And he goes, "I think of a man and I take away reason and accountability." So this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes with women, the moment you hit a trigger, rather than take a deep breath, even if you don't like what I'm saying, be an adult. If you want to engage, let's have the conversation, but come from a place of thought, logic, sense, and rationale. Don't tell me my dick is too small. Don't tell me I can't fuck. Don't tell me I'm gay, because that's you being a child, because you're upset and you want to throw a temper tantrum.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've got arguments with women. I've had all these things thrown at me. I've been called gay and
right.
I can't fuck and this, that, and the third.
That's why again, Vlad, when the women that were mad at me about the Lizzo thing kept saying, "You can't fuck. No woman wants you. You're unattractive and unfunny." And I'm just going, but my resume is 32 years in stand-up, successfully, consistently, TV, movies, travel the world, late night talk shows and magazines. I'm funny, I'm intelligent, swagger, I got money and fame. What about those ingredients suggest I can't get pussy? Make that make sense from a logical, realistic standpoint. Make that make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I think that most people, and I joined, I became DJ Vlad when I was almost 30 years old. I was 29 when I decided to become a full-time DJ, and it took me some years to kind of build up, and I'm now 49. I think most people don't realize what fame actually gives you if they don't have any themselves, right? They don't understand how when you meet a woman, if she already knows who you are before you meet her,
right,
it somewhat flips the dynamic, right? Because they now pursue you more so than you pursue them.
It's a foot in the door.
It's a foot in the door. And sometimes it's the door switches. It's a revolving door almost.
Or here's the curse though. The stigma. Some women go, "Oh, you're famous. I ain't no groupie. I ain't gonna be another notch on your belt."
Yeah, but they're already telling you they're kind of interested by saying
but why make that assumption that that's what you're gonna be?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm gonna see you, unless you do something to make me see you that way.
Mm-hmm.
I always say being a famous dude is like being a pretty bitch with big tits. It's the shoe in. It's the foot in the door. But just because you got your foot in the door don't mean you can get all the way in. Now, once you get your foot in the door, now you got to finesse.
Right. You can also put your foot in your mouth.
Talk. Right. Now you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to win them over.
Yeah.
Being famous is just the introduction.
But it's definitely more an introduction than to go up to a woman completely cold and try to sell yourself.
That's harder. That's a
whole lot harder.
Right.
That's a whole lot harder. And let me tell you, and also the fact that you know who you are and what you've accomplished and the amount of fans and viewers you have gives you a certain level of confidence. Like, I feel I could walk up to any woman, really, doesn't matter.
Right.
Because I'm Vlad TV, DJ Vlad, whatever. I have that in my head. Now, if I'm delusional and the person doesn't give a shit, it just is what it is. But I didn't have that same kind of confidence when I was Vlad, the computer programmer. You know what I'm saying? I just did it. You know, I was the same person. I was younger and probably in better shape, but, you know, even had similar money at certain points. But it's different when you're actually already known. And I think that a lot of the women that probably attacked you don't understand what it's like and how things change, or they're not putting themselves in your shoes and how they act around celebrities themselves.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if Chris Brown was in the room, they'd all be going crazy. Like women literally pass out at Chris Brown concerts. Right?
Well, when you talked about R. Kelly, here's a guy that we know did what he did, but for the hardcore women that are R. Kelly fans,
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter
at all.
Doesn't matter. If they saw R. Kelly in person, they'd lose their shit.
Right.
And might even give him some pussy.
Might even.
Even knowing that he did what he did.
Probably give him some pussy.
Right.
Probably give him some pussy. Right. That was definitely the next one. Definitely get some pussy from him. He peed on now.
Well, you made a post about Will Smith.
R. Kelly.
Which, about the emancipation thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. About, the interviewer brought up the whole slapping thing and so forth. And you said, oh my fucking God, it is not that damn serious. They act like this man blew up a pet shop full of kittens.
Right.
Why even mention it's old news?
Turn up a little bit, bro. Just a little bit, not too much.
Not much.
Well, final topic. You made some comments about Ice Cube and his acting ability. Now, recently, 50 Cent is rumored to get the role of Balrog in the Street Fighter movie.
He looks like it. Him or Mike Tyson. But that's a video game movie. How serious is that supposed to be taken?
It's not a high drama.
Come on.
What do you think about 50 Cent's acting ability overall?
This is what I think about it. He did a movie with Sylvester Stallone where it was about them in these prisons that were like cubes. The one, you know what I mean? And he played a computer tech. You know what separated 50 Cent from 50 Cent the rapper to the computer tech actor?
Glasses.
Now I'm a computer tech. we're gonna computers. No computers. I'm a computer tech.
Yo, dickhead. Hey, fucking yo.
Listen, I think 50 Cent plays 50 Cent very well. Now, keep in mind, some people can't even play themselves. Like, for example, every LeBron movie was the cringiest.
Well, athletes are some of the worst actors ever. So, I always said, listen, the greatest athletic athlete to act to me, John Sally.
Okay, yeah.
John is so natural in terms of personality, funny, likability. You know who else is pretty damn good? Rick Fox.
Okay, right.
But most actors, I remember we had Ray Allen on Mad TV, and we were doing a Mike Tyson skit. And he comes in and he did this move like this. And I saw Ray Allen do this, and I saw Penny Hardaway do this in Blue Chips, and Penny was terrible. Because people don't know how to act, they think you're supposed to do something. And sometimes acting is not doing anything. So here's what Ray Allen did. You ready? He comes in, he says his line, and he does this. Penny Hardaway did the same thing in Blue Chips. Something. I'm acting because I just stroked my jaw. It's an obvious giveaway that you're trying to act. Because who naturally does that? If I'm telling you something, I'm in the middle of going, hey, Vlad, man, and I'm telling you the bread was $1.90. Did that seem natural to you?
No.
All right.
Yo.
Well, I actually looked up a list of the most successful athletes turned actors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, athletes is a little bit gray area because there's a lot of wrestlers that are listening to this. Definitely athletes.
And to the wrestlers' defense, they do a performance
That's what I'm saying.
anyway.
It's like
Yeah.
acting. It's almost
Yeah.
like Broadway.
Broadway, yeah.
You kind of throw each other around.
Right.
So the top actors that weren't athletes, Dwayne Johnson.
And he catches so much criticism because they go, he's the Rock in everything.
He is.
But he's pretty good for what that movie is.
Right. He's a good Rock.
Yeah.
No one can out-rock the Rock.
Right.
A little bit gray area also. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to be a bodybuilder, professional bodybuilder.
Okay, but again, no one. Arnold was good for what he gave you.
Yes.
You didn't
Arnold.
You didn't go see an Arnold movie for acting. You went to go see I'll Be Back.
Well,
Come here, get the chopper.
He was funny in certain movies.
Yeah, get
like
the chopper.
Twins and stuff
Okay,
like
but
that.
you understand that lends itself to comedy because you're awkward.
Yeah.
You're awkward.
Right.
The physicality of Danny DeVito, this 2'2" midget, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, this big gigantic, the gap in the teeth, and it lends itself to comedy.
It is funny. I just want to say, recently I ran into Jonathan Majors at the Hollywood Rock Awards, and the first thing I said when I walked up to him was, "Magazine Dreams, Oscar-worthy performance." Did you watch it?
I never heard of it.
Excellent. He plays a bodybuilder, like an aspiring bodybuilder who's a little like Magazine Dreams. And the first thing I said when I walked up to him was, "Magazine Dreams, Oscar-worthy performance." Did you watch it?
I never heard of it.
Excellent. He plays a bodybuilder, like an aspiring bodybuilder who's a little like on the spectrum, and it was just so well done. And I think because he's taking so much flack over the whole thing, losing the Marvel role, that people are kind of like brushing the movie, under the rug.
Shit, Jonathan Majors, the black dude.
Yes.
You know who I'm thinking of the whole time?
Who?
Lee Majors.
Definitely not Lee Majors.
Okay, Jonathan Majors. Okay.
Jonathan Majors. Magazine Dreams.
Right.
Excellent film.
Okay.
Oscar-worthy performance. Like, it's just so well done.
Right.
And he's so out of his normal character.
And he trying to bounce back. He trying to bounce back.
Like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Okay, let me keep going. Terry Crews, former NFL player.
I think he was better in movies than he was in the NFL.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Did he have a real NFL career?
Some niggas is just big because they big. You know what I mean?
Well, wasn't he a security guard like for Friday? Next Friday, they ended up putting him in.
When you're that big, they just give you a helmet and a uniform, and then he goes, "Where you want me, Nico?" He's a big motherfucker, man.
Dave Bautista, former wrestler. John Cena.
Dave's not bad. John's not bad, but again, they're performers.
I didn't know about this. Jason Statham used to be a competitive diver.
Yo, that's the bull from Crank.
Jim Brown.
He's a good actor.
Jim felt like he felt that time. The 70s, blaxploitation.
Yeah.
He felt like he belonged in that time. I don't know that he translates to today.
That's good, my guy.
One of my favorites, Carl Weathers.
Listen, man, I know Carl Weathers played football,
former football
but he
player.
felt more like an actor than a football player.
Yes. I didn't realize that Burt Reynolds used to be a football player at one point.
Acting was some of these guys' true calling.
Yeah. It pretty much fizzles out after that. Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, Bubba Smith, been in a couple movies. He was in Police Academy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, I mean, really, apart from wrestling, none of them were really. Well, Jim Brown was a major football player.
Yeah. One of the most major. Yeah.
So really, outside of wrestling, Jim Brown was the only really accomplished football player that went into acting. Didn't have a lot of acting accolades.
Yeah, and again, what he played fit who he was.
Himself.
A badass brother with a leather jacket on. It's the 70s. How hard is that to do? A badass big black nigga with a leather jacket and a gun. Shh, kick your ass, okay? Niggas been practicing that their whole life.
Well, that's what it is. Aries Spears, man. Always a pleasure.
Man.
Check out the
the podcast, Spears and Steinberg, available on all streaming platforms. Slide up in my DMs on Instagram. I'll send you the links. Spearsburg Pod on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe. Start from the beginning, go in order. It's imperative.
You
That's what it is. Until next time. Peace.
See you later.
So what's the clip? Let's get to the clip you was talking about.
You want to talk about the clip?
Yeah, we've been,
All right. So you had posted a clip of you doing a comedy show.
Uh-huh.
And there was a couple, I believe a white couple in the front row.
Uh-huh. In San Jose.
San Jose, California, Bay Area.
Yeah.
My home region.
Improv.
That's right. And I guess they weren't laughing and weren't participating, so you just started just go off on them. Well, really on her.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where they actually had to leave.
They didn't have to leave, but they chose
left.
to leave. Yeah. And then I went harder.
You went harder. Right. You said, don't sit in the front row if you don't want to be part of the show.
I said, my quote is, you buy tickets, you buy courtside seats, you're going to be part of the game.
There you go.
It's okay to laugh, goddammit. You can laugh, goddammit. Buckle up. It's going to be a long night. I feel bad for you because this is going to be a tough car ride home. Do you enjoy comedy, sweetie? Are you all right? Do you enjoy comedy? Were you offended at the? Were you offended? This nigga's going to be dead tomorrow. And you know what's funny? Because I know dudes, he wants to laugh, but his night is fucked up now. He gonna do a lot of this. You buy courtside seats, you're gonna be part of the game. I feel like Joe Clark. Class, settle down, settle down.
Now I feel like Joe Clark.
Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. You fucking. You let your tell you what to do. And then here's what it was. So I opened my set within the first 6 minutes. I do a big transgender joke. And naturally, because of the sensitivity of the topic, there's going to be certain people that don't find it funny. She didn't find it funny. To which that's why I went in on her. And listen, this is almost like a general unsaid rule. If you are sensitive or you are not prepared to handle certain kinds of jokes, or you don't know the comedian you're going to go see, sit your ass in the back. Leave the front seats for the people that want to be pissed on at the R. Kelly show. So
leave the
sitting there, and when you're not laughing amongst a room full of people that are laughing, you stand out like a sore thumb. I can't help but notice.
I can't deal with this shit.
So that was the first part. The second part is this, and this is what's so fucked up sometimes about women. I could see it in his eyes. He wanted to laugh. He wanted to stay. A man wanted to have a good time. But so many times a man has to defend his woman's honor that he has to do that corny shit. If she mad, I'm mad. If she want to go, I want to go. Even though the dude in you don't want to go. The dude in you is loving it. So when he left, I said, so you really gonna let your woman control your emotions and make you walk out of a show that you paid money for? You fucking fat. And when I said that, the place fucking erupted. So, yeah.
Almost reminds me of the Will Smith, Jada moment. Chris Rock made the joke. Will laughed. He looked over. Jada's not laughing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Could have gone that way, the comedy show.
Oh, that wasn't going to happen.
That wasn't going to happen?
That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah?
No.
Right. Well, look. the one comedy show that I went to that you performed at, I think it was a Laugh Factory in Hollywood. You did pretty much the exact same thing to like a couple sitting in the front.
Yeah.
So I got to see this in real time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, when I saw that, I said, glad it's not me. Although me, I would have enjoyed it.
You know,
I would have enjoyed it.
There's been a couple clips prior to that one, or maybe after that one. There's this one particular clip, which was recent, where I was at the Funny Bone in Connecticut. In Columbus, Ohio. And this black dude dressed in all white, skinny, lanky, kind of like white, certain kind of hat. At one point, I called him Niggy Anna Jones. And
he had a fedora on. He had a fedora on.
I was not ready for that.
I said, Niggy Anna Jones, sit your ass down. So at one point, and here's the thing, the clip that people saw, they only saw the part where I was like going at him, like really going at him, not even on stage. I'm in the audience. Because at one point, this motherfucker stood up. He was heckling my opener. He was loud. People kept telling him to sit down. There were a couple of people that actually wanted to fight him. So me and him got into it. And as he's being thrown out, he's going, you a bitch ass nigga, Aries. You know, I paid money to see you. I said, so did everybody else. That doesn't give you the right to act non-accordingly. Act accordingly, nigga. And people were like, man, you should have posted the first half because the second half makes you look bad. I go, are y'all really that goddamn stupid that you need the first half to show you how the second half played out? It's a comedy show. Do the fucking math. Connect the dots. People get drunk. They get belligerent. They become hecklers. They become assholes. What comedian just attacks somebody for no reason? Like, I gotta tell you this? It's, again, I say this all the time. It's breathtaking to me how stupid, fucking stupid most people are. They're fucking idiots. Why do you need to see the first half of the clip to figure out why the second half played out?
Well, here's what I don't understand also. Like, I almost feel honored when I get roasted at comedy shows. Like, I was just at the Hollywood Unlocked Awards.
Right.
And Tiffany Haddish was the host. And as she's walking around the crowd, she's like, oh, DJ Vlad. First time I see his face. Police is here, y'all. Police is here. Watch out. Watch out. He's going to be filming. And I'm like, yo, this is great. I love it. Yeah, Tiffany Haddish just roasted me in front of a room full of celebrities.
But the difference is you're not being belligerent. You're not disrupting the show.
Yeah, not at all.
You're not. That's not fun for anybody.
Okay,
it's not fun for the comedian.
So it's like payback.
It's not fun for the audience.
Right.
But when there is a I hate to use the word control because part of being spontaneous is that it's not controlled. But there still has to be a certain level of, you know, you're the prisoners. I'm the warden. I run the prison. You know what I mean? I'm not giving everybody keys to their own cell. You know what I'm saying? It's not how that works.
Of the show. I am.
I'm controlling this.
Yes.
So, you know, when it's that and it's a good give and take, there's nothing like it. But when I always say drunk people are like suicide bombers. They ain't afraid to die. Which is why you gotta put them out. They so fucked up. They're not afraid to die. People that are not drunk, if you hit them with a couple good jabs, verbal barbs, yo, they go, oh, I'm embarrassed. This ain't about me. Let me shut the fuck up. Even their spouse might be like, yo, you're embarrassing me. Sit down. And they do that. But when you so fucking inebriated, you the Mujahideen, nigga. You a suicide bomber.
Well, okay, so what did this couple do apart from not laughing?
Thank you, gang. Yeah, I
that was it. That was enough.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. And listen, I'm almost convinced because I've done this before. If you stay, I'm on stage for an hour 15. I'm gonna eventually get you.
You know, you got man up.
Eventually get you because I'm nice, nigga. I gotta learn how to do that. There have been moments where I'm doing my shit, and one person just refused to laugh, and at some point, it becomes a standoff. Even because now they're mad that I fucked with them, so they got that. I ain't laughing at shit you say energy. But again, I got you for an hour 15 if you don't leave. So somewhere in that set, I get him and I see him chuckle. And then I call him out and go, I got this motherfucker. And now the crowd really goes crazy and they laugh even more.
Right.
I'm a beast, man.
Right.
I'm a beast. No, you left before I could, you know.
The time I saw you, that didn't happen either. You just get roasted.
To be fair, a set at the Laugh Factory is only 20 minutes.
Yeah, right. It was almost like a guest set.
Right.
Almost, yeah.
When it's my show, I can go do an hour and a half. So I got more time to massage you.
Okay, so let me play devil's advocate. Obviously, a lot of people think you're funny. You're a paid comedian.
Wait till constantly the comments again. I know comedy's subjective, but because people are natural haters, they say the dumbest shit. All Aries does is impressions. That's all he could do. You are the dumbest motherfucker if you ever believe that. Let me tell you something. Doing impressions for me is like dunking a basketball. That's the